All right, part 2 of our narrative writing. So in my last video, I talked about how you're coming up with your characters, your setting, your problem, and your solution. Make sure your problem is the same as my problem. We all are using the same one, that we don't want, our turkey doesn't want to become Thanksgiving dinner. Then you were to work on your beginning of your story and make sure it's different than mine. Make sure you're coming up with your own story. So then on here, I talked about how there was a turkey named Tom. He lived on a farm. He was very plump and a happy turkey. Notice how I didn't just use one sentence in my beginning. If you only have one sentence, pause the video real quick and go back and add at least 2 more sentences to your beginning section there. One sentence is not enough to really put me in the story. I want to feel like I am in your story, and I really want to know what's going on in your story. So please go back and add more to that if you have not already done so. If you're back here, then you're ready to move on to thing 1 and thing 2. So thing 1 is just the first event that happens in your story. So in mine, I left off where Turkey Tom was very scared and he wanted to start planning his escape. So my thing 1 is going to be how my turkey starts to escape. So Tom, and I'm actually going to make my font a little smaller because I don't have enough room otherwise. Tom was in a rusted black metal cage. He had to sneak the key out of Farmer Bob's pocket when he wasn't looking. When Turkey Tom, oh my goodness, sorry, this is very challenging to type on. When Turkey Tom had the key, he said, "Yay, I am free." And notice how I used my quotation marks there and I used an exclamation point at the end. Oh, I actually made a mistake there. My exclamation point should be in the beginning or before my quotation mark, and then I'm going to put a period to end my sentence there. Turkey Tom had the key. He said, "Yay, I'm free." Turkey Tom burst open through the cage and started running down the road. Thing 2, I'm just continuing on my story. I'm talking about what happens next. So he started running down the road. Oh, I think we're going to run into one of my next characters that I talked about above. As Tom was running down the road, he saw a semi-truck that had stopped for gas. Turkey Tom saw the license plate was from the beautiful state of Florida. Turkey Tom had an idea. He would catch a ride to Florida. All right, so that could be the middle of my story there. Tom has a great idea. He's planning his next escape. He escaped from the cage. Now he's escaping with the semi-truck. But notice how my whole story is going together. It's not just each box is telling its own thing. Nope, I started at my beginning. Thing 1 is what happened next. Thing 2 is then what happened. And thing 2, I didn't have a quotation mark in there. I didn't have my characters talking. And that's okay. You don't have to have your characters talking in every box. You can if you want to. For this one, I chose not to have my turkey or my characters talking. So thing 3, I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to say, let's keep going here. My text box is acting kind of funny today. So, the truck driver started to drive away, and Turkey Tom was hanging on to the back of the truck very tight. His grip was strong because he didn't want to fall off. All right, I don't want to fall off. The journey to Florida, oh my goodness, was very long. Turkey Tom was tired. He didn't know if he could hold on. Then he saw a big sign coming in on the horizon. All right. So after that, you are going to come down to your ending and you are going to wrap up your story. So my iPad's being a little touchy here. But notice in that third box, I didn't have quotation marks either, but in my ending, I'm going to have some quotations, meaning my character is going to talk. And I'm going to actually start it off with Turkey Tom saying, "I made it to Florida." And he is so excited, so I use the exclamation point. Said Turkey Tom. He was so happy to see the sun and feel the beautiful, warm weather that Florida had. Turkey Tom never became Thanksgiving dinner. He enjoyed his time relaxing on the beach. The end. So that is just a quick example of how you could write your story. So at the top, remember you have to pick out your characters, your setting, and your solution before you can start writing. And then you're just going to go in and start filling your boxes as you write in your story. Notice how I did not just have one sentence in each box. I have multiple sentences. In your boxes, you should have at least 3 sentences in each box. And in your whole story, you should have at least 2 times where you're using quotation marks, meaning your characters are talking. So like right here, I said, "Yay, I am free." That would be 1. That's 1 time my character talked. Down here, "I made it to Florida," said Turkey Tom. That's a 2nd one. I even had one in the beginning of my sentence too, but you only need 2. All right, I hope this video was helpful in helping you understand what to do here. After you are done with your story, you are going to write this all out on paper. And please watch Monday, November 16th, that video in your writing assignment, and that will walk you through how to turn this into a narrative writing on paper. Reach out if you have any questions.